once upon a time were my 4 favorite words as a little girl. Every night at bedtime, I would pull my covers over my chin and wait for my mom to come by. After a few minutes of excitement, she would walk in, tuck me in tight, and coyly ask, do we have time for a story tonight? Yes, please, Mama. Please read me a story. She would smile back at me as she knew of the beautiful moments we were about to spend together. And all those precious moments always started with those 4 magical words, once upon a time. Like many little girls of my generation, the first stories my mom told me about were of Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. Stories about these young ladies who faced several challenges in their lives. The way those original stories were told led little girls like me to believe that to be happily ever after, we needed to be rescued. Challenges and adversities are part of life, that we grow up in fairy tales or in real life. Like many of us, I had my share of them. I saw my cousin fight cancer. I struggled with the death of my father, and I had to roll up my sleeves after a car accident rendered me paraplegic. Of course, like those heroines of my childhood stories, I was called to overcome those obstacles, follow the yellow brick road, back home to that sense we call normalcy. But somewhere along my journey to Emerald City or back home to my palace, I got stuck. I got stuck in the stories I told myself. Stories about this pitiful, ugly little duckling who couldn't manage life on wheels. If those stories were based on facts of my life, the way I recounted them always was from the stance of a powerless victim, reinforcing how hopeless and helpless I had been feeling. Imagine the worst moments of your life when everything falls apart. Now imagine someone telling you over and over again how horrible this is, how useless you are, how your whole life is now scrap. In recounting our stories, we all wish to be the hero, but in doing so, we often forget about the one person, often hidden from view, that is as essential, if not more. The narrator. The narrator is like a great wizard. When the hero goes on its journey, the narrator observes and guides us through with a wider view, shaping how the story is being told, crafting the storyline to make us feel mad or sad, or to make us laugh and feel happy. Now, the narrator doesn't change the plot line. He or she only tells the facts in a way that will lead us to the lessons learned. I was in my cousin's living room on a beautiful sunny September day. I had just given her my newborn baby to hold, and then I handed her a baby bottle, as I had asked her to be the first one to feed my baby. It had to be now, because she didn't have much time left. My cousin and I had imagined us raising our kids together, going to the zoo, attending school plays, celebrating birthdays. But we knew now that time was counted. And we never expected that time was going to be so short. That image of my baby boy in my cousin's arm is forever engraved in my heart. This was the last time she held my baby boy. In my story, my cousin died of cancer, but my narrator tells about the 4 years she spent packing in all those beautiful memories with her children. And yes, in my story, my dad died before him and I could mend our relationship. But in providing me with a different perspective, I was able to forgive and be forgiven. And yes, there's that car accident and the depression that destroyed everything in its way. But my narrator reminds me that I am still here, living life with the love of my life, my son Thomas. With the transformative power the narrator holds, my stories became of courage and beauty. But the trick is, the narrator is you and me, which means no one's coming to save us but us. Sleeping Beauty has to wake herself up, and Cinderella can put her own damn shoe. The end doesn't have to be. As the narrator knows there is more to be said, and we all have the potential to tell those stories, gifting us with the ability to see our journey differently, and even tease a sequel. Now go on, tap your heels 3 times and circle back to once upon a second time, to a place where we could begin again.